She like when I grab it and I call her my boo. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But Ubers are more expensive now because, you know, they got the Prop 25 joint, and now Ubers and Lyft can put any fucking number they want. So if you go into the store and it's like 2 minutes up the road, it used to cost like maybe $5, $10, and then they'll get share rides. So you have two people in the car with you. Now it's like Now if I'm a Lyft driver, I could put that shit from $5 to like 25. And then what makes it so crazy is that when you put it to $5 or $10, you turn that $5 or $10 to like $25, $30. It's up to the ride sharer, the person that's calling the Uber or Lyft. It's up to them to fucking accept it or not. Like if I'm the only Uber or Lyft driver in the area, right? Mm-hmm. And it usually costs like $5 to go up the road, $10, $15 maybe. Mm-hmm. If I put my shit up to like $25, $30, and I sit there in my car and I'm the only person that's around, eventually everybody's gonna be like, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna get the guy who's like $30. But is that you make more money like that? I mean, don't be wrong, I don't knock the hustle, but it's just like you can set your own prices now. So it's like you uncapped on your money you making as a Lyft.
So overall, is that a good or bad thing that you can set your own prices?
It's good for the person who's driving ride share, but it's bad for the consumer. For me and you, it's bad because it's like, yo, I'm fucking used to get paid like $10 to go to the road.
Yeah, especially if you're in like desperate need and need that ride, like you need it.
Yeah. I'm stuck having to pay the price that he said. Usually back in the day, Uber or Lyft, they set the prices. But now it's like, I set my own price. So it's good for if you're driving that, because you are a contractor at that point. You are your own business at that point. You know, when you're a Lyft and Uber driver, you are your own business. Yeah. You're at like whoever drives Uber, they're a businessman or a businesswoman. Mm-hmm. You're driving your own. You're in your own business. You know, when you're doing that type of business, so then you got a lot of tax write-offs and shit you can do with that shit. So it's a lot. You can make money doing that, but it just hurts the person who has to go from here to there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It hurts that person. So that is just like, that to me is like, you know, it's a gift for the person who's, you know, driving in the rideshare, but it's a hurt to the person who's ordering the Lyft. You know what I'm saying? Because some people send their kids.
What if you live in the middle of nowhere and then the drivers just tax it for the hell of it?
I mean, shit. I remember I used to drive Lyft, and I would love, like, I had like a eco-friendly car, right? So I used to love, that's why I was in LA at the time. So I used to love fucking when I get far rides, because my shit was good, my car was good on gas. So I would love to get somebody who's driving far. Yeah. Because they would not just only tip you, you'd be like, okay, you get $50 for this ride. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll tip you like maybe $5 on top of that. And my stars were like 5. I was a 5-star general on that shit. So then they tip you like $5 or $10, so you get 50 on that because it tells you how much you're gonna make for that ride. And they'll tip you $5 or $10, maybe sometimes even 20. I got a lady that gave me 20 some one time. So, but if I did that now, shit.
I think I would like stretched out rides more that pay more versus multiple little rides here and there. Because do you feel like that make the time go by faster?
Nah, boom. The multiple rides, like say if I have like 5 people in my queue, like I pick somebody up and all of a sudden you queue to pick up somebody else. One time I had like a whole family in my car at one more time. And then sometimes I have a queue, I have pick up this, I have like 3 different people going to 3 different directions. And yeah, I get $10 from you, maybe $10 from that person, $15 from that person. It does make the ride go faster, you know, but I did have a small car, so I was cramped up on the seat because I have long legs. But it did make the ride go faster, but at the same time, you got paid less. But the thing about with Lyft or when you drive with Uber or whatever, they have incentives. Like you get 5 rides in this hour, you get an extra.
Oh, you get bonuses.
Yeah, so you get a bunch of incentives on it. Then you have the hot zones and shit. So, I mean, you can make a lot of money. Like, there niggas be doing that shit all day and be racking up. There's a guy I'm on one time. Like, you know, I only did like maybe 2,000 rides. There's niggas that got 10,000 plus rides.
Yeah.
You know, 5,000 plus. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but
Yeah,
that's them.
2,000 blew me.
Yeah, because that them people are driving like non-stop. Like, I used to only drive at certain hours. I would drive in the morning, like maybe 5 a.m. to about 2. And I'd have like maybe $200, $100
Some
from
people
that.
drive all day.
Yeah,
Every day.
some people drive. Like, I had this one guy who was driving me in the car, and he fucking would drive. This is the time when I ordered a ride. He would drive from fucking morning till night for like 4 days straight. 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. He would drive all day, like all day. If I'm talking 5, because 5 a.m. is the best time in LA. So you driving
work?
Yeah, because we got people going to work. You know, 5 a.m. You got people just going to work, waking up, ordering. Sometimes they ordered the ride ahead of time. Like, so you making money in the morning time, especially if you on the move. So if you work from 5 a.m. to like 5 a.m. or no 5 a.m. to like maybe 12, and then you take a break for an hour, a couple hours, and you start back work until you start back at like 5 until like midnight. You can make a lot of money. By the time
was it like certain areas that were booming, or was it just all fair game?
It was all fair game because they had LA so big that they had hot zones, they had everything. Like, you could see what they had cool zones, warm, then it was super hot. Like, especially when it was they had basketball games and shit. They had fucking, you know, the Forum when people would go see somebody. I mean, one time I think Chris Brown was performing at the Forum one time, and people would go there. It's a venue, like a perform, like where he went there and performed. Mm-hmm. And they have it dedicated, I think, for performances and shit. So they have different people that come and perform. But that one time, I think Chris Brown was performing there, and they was having people go. And they told you on the thing, oh, the forum's gonna be lit at this time, and so you air all the Uber drivers and Lyft drivers and make sure they're waking their way over there and shit. And you want to hurry up and drop somebody off, hurry up and drop somebody off, because you might get a bonus for this, or you might get a bonus for that. So it was alright. It was alright. It was cool.
So you did that bonus thing a lot. Is that something they do daily?
Yeah.
Or is it just?
Nah, that was daily for me. You know, it was. I don't know about every other Lyft person or Uber driver, but I know for me it was daily. It was. I used to like the bonuses because I always hit them. I had every bonus every time, so I always got like additional. I forgot how much I got for the bonus. Maybe $100. No, that's probably too much. No, I probably got like maybe $3 on top of every ride, I think. And then sometimes you'll get additional like $50 if you able. I don't know, what's some bonus like that, but I just hit the bonus all the time because you have to get like 5 rides at this amount of time or 10 rides at this amount of time, and you'll get a bonus. And so your next ride you get, there'll be like $3 a ride, $5 a ride, or some crazy shit like that on top of what you already get. So it was like
per ride.
No, plus whatever you did, yeah. Or $5 plus every ride you get, or if you finish it, you get extra $50. If you get 10 underneath that, if you get 10 in that hour, you get extra 50, something like that.
So
I don't know, what's something like that though?
Would you consider that either part time, or does somebody do full time with that?
Nah, you do full time with that. You do part time and full time. Hell yeah, you could do full time with that shit. You bring home probably like. If you do it all day, like, I don't know.
If you do it all day, you gotta do it all day. No morning shift, and then
No, you work your own hours, your own contract, so you pick your own.
No, I know you do, but I'm saying as far as like a livable wage.
Yeah, like you really you could make boom. Let's say you get 15. Let's say somebody makes $15 an hour. Like, that's $15 an hour, right? Okay. In an hour doing some ride share, you might get $50 an hour, or you might get a ride the ride itself costs $50. So you can make it like $100 an hour with ride share.
You make $100 an hour?
Yeah, you probably could, because you could do 50. You could go to LAX. And catch a ride all the way out to fucking Long Beach, or catch a ride all the way out to fucking Orange County, or catch a ride all the way out to Hollywood Boulevard. Like, you catch rides from the airport for like $50, $40, and then you catch a ride back for like 30, $40 in that whole that time right there is probably an hour. So you already 30 or 40. You know what I'm saying? You already probably like $70. That's in an hour.
She like when I grab it and I call her my boo. Yeah, yeah.